Morning, guys. This is me, Jen, in my pajamas, mum life. This is Sydney. Say hey, Cece. Goo. This is Aoife, my little pup, and this is my flat. I'm a housing association tenant, so I'm poor. But I've made it as nice as I can. So basically I have done some reviews and some, review YouTube, but I haven't actually, excuse my boobs, I haven't actually done a welcome, like a video like, I'm Jen, I'm gonna start doing YouTube videos because blah de blah, because I haven't had time, which I'm gonna talk to you about in a minute. I'm gonna keep all my videos, I try and keep under 10 minutes. I believe after 10 minutes people get bored, I get bored. So yeah, I've had a fringe cut in, guys. Bit of a bold move. My boyfriend keeps laughing at me when he comes over. He's like, oh, mummy's got a fringe, and she keeps laughing. I think he's got to get used to it. But I thought, having a baby, I shove my hair up all the time, and I've got a really bad receding bit here. So I thought if I've got a fringe, it'll like hide it. So I was about to say Sydney's quite happy watching her little panda time for 10 minutes so I could do this video, but I think she's getting grizzly, which is this first video what I wanted to talk to you about. I've always wanted to be a presenter. I love people. I love to talk, as you can tell. I don't shut up. And yeah, since I was younger and I was about 12 and I watched Davina McCall, she's my idol, on Big Brother, I was like, Mum, that's going to be me. I'm going to be doing the launch in 5 years' time. I would have been like 17. They were big dreams for a little 12-year-old girl. But anyway, I really wanted to be a presenter. So I thought, I didn't make my dream. So what I'll do, I'll start a YouTube channel. Because as well, a massive bit of it is I wish I'd had someone to watch, like, because a lot of these, as a new mum, I'm going to do some YouTube videos of like what it's been like for me, tips that have helped me, things that might help, might not help, what's out there. When you get loads of information and leaflets and people and midwives, they tell you all different things, and I just didn't find it helpful at all. So I'm hoping this is going to be really helpful to women who are pregnant now, expecting, new mums who are having the same problems. Yeah, I'm going to have to pause this and continue in a minute because I think she's hungry. Hello, I'm back. She's in her little chair. We'll see how long that lasts. She had a nice feed, so she should be right. So, I call this episode Not Going Out. So what advice I want to kind of give today, just because I felt a lot of pressure. So when I like to go out and do things, and I want to disclaim first, I'm not saying stay in. That is not what I'm saying. Midwives will tell you, you lower the risk of postnatal depression and isolating yourself the more you get out and the more you do these groups. And I think that's why as well they recommend them, because they are really good. But what I want to put out there is, just because I was feeling a lot of pressure, and newborn, they sleep for 2 or 3 hours. Then they wake up, some breastfed babies every hour, so you are so tired, you're exhausted. And if you're like me, you can't sleep in the day. So say I've been up with her all night, when she's sleeping, they'll say, you should sleep when the baby's sleeping. I lie there and I just can't sleep. I mean, I've got better now, and I would like advise for other mums that if you're like, oh, I can't, you know, I'm not going to sleep anyway, I'll just get up and do the washing. Don't. It'll still be there. It'll still be there the next day. It'll still be there the day after that. What I do now is I get into bed next to her, making sure she's safe, or we've got next to me cribs. I put her in there and I just lay next to her, and I just shut my eyes and relax, and I'll lay there for an hour or two, and I won't sleep. Like, I won't switch off. My brain will be going in circles, but at least my body's and your brain's rested just for them couple of hours. And I know you think, oh, but I'm not gonna sleep, like, I might as well go and do the washing, have a shower, but actually you're just gonna burn yourself out. So it's really important, if you are ladies having trouble with sleep, and you find it hard to sleep in the day, I would suggest just having that lay down with them when they're asleep. Even if you just put like a series on Netflix and just chill. Just because otherwise, like I said, I mean, I was doing that. I was like a blue ass fly. Pressure to keep the house clean because of the baby. I've also got a dog. So there's, you know, more pressure to keep it clean, hoovering every day. Washing I like to do every day, so it's caught up, because I hate having a full laundry basket, it gives me anxiety. Then obviously entertaining people want to come around and see the baby, and then in the evenings where I would have a minute, people would finish work and then want to come see the baby at that time. So I was like, my eye would be hurting, be twitching, because I was so fucking tired, and the pressure. And that's what I want to kind of talk about today. The pressure of basically going out and doing something every day. Now, I'm going to say it again, I'm not saying stay in. That is not what I'm saying. But when my experience was, I had the baby, 6 days I was in hospital, came home and had the midwife checks every couple of days. And then, you know, you start trying to kind of get a routine. You don't know if it's 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. You're so tired. And then what I was getting, the advice I was getting from midwives and aunts and nans and mums, and it comes out of a place of love that, like, you know, they want you to just be well, and it's really important for the baby to get daylight and fresh air. But basically I was getting bombarded with baby sensory group on Tuesday, then we meet for a breastfeeding feeding group, oh, and then take your baby out for in the park for a walk, and like all these things. And I was like, when am I sleeping? Like, when, you know, in all due respect to these midwives, a lot of them have children, so a lot of them had their kids and then went back and trained, so then they don't have babies sleeping, you know, that waking them up. In all due respect to them, you've got to remember that these women and aunts and whoever tell you, get up, get washed every morning, take the baby out, they have, like, no offense to them, they're fucking sleeping. They've got older kids that are sleeping through the night. They are not the ones that are waking up every hour, or, you know, 3 hours, every 3 hours. It's broken sleep. It's horrible. You're so tired. Like, I'm so lucky. She slept for like 7.5 hours last night, so I feel fresh today. I feel fine. But again, you'll notice I'm in my pajamas. And also what you'll notice, this is the first time I'm sitting down and doing a welcome, like, hello, why I'm doing this video, why I've been doing videos, why I'm going to keep doing YouTube videos. Because I haven't had the time, and I haven't put that pressure on myself, like, oh, I need to do a YouTube video every day, oh, I need to do this, oh, I need to do a welcome and a first initial video to, like, introduce myself. I didn't do it. I was like, no, do you know what, F it, I'm not putting the pressure on myself. I'm not going to do it until I've got 5 minutes. Now, after 13 weeks, the baby's settled, the washing up's done, and I've actually got a minute to sit with my green tea, because I'm on a diet, and do it. You know, it's just about that. Don't worry, F everything else. Like, don't put pressure on yourself, because at first I was putting so much pressure on myself, and I remember I was so tired, and I just exploded at my boyfriend one day, and because I was so tired, and I was just like, I can't do it, because I was so sleep deprived, and I'm a witch when I'm tired. Oh, I'm a witch, like, I'm horrible. And I felt sick, and I started, like, bleeding when I wasn't on my period, like, because my body was so stressed and I was getting tremors where I'd rest but I wasn't sleeping, or I'd just get to sleep. It takes me like 40 minutes to get to sleep. So then if she had now a nap or a 40-minute nap, I'd just be getting to sleep, and then she'd wake up. So I'd be like, oh no, like, damn it, I just got to sleep. And then for some reason, my body would shake. And I don't know whether because I was that tired, I was getting 2 or 3 hours a night. I was so tired. And then I had, you know, all this information coming through from various baby groups, feeding groups, social, you know, get your baby out, and then like family members, you know, get your baby out in the pram. You've got a dog, go and walk the dog in the pram. What they didn't get was my dog on a lead doesn't like other dogs on a lead. I don't know what it is. She goes to daycare, loves other dogs. On a lead, she's not. So I can't at the moment juggle the like having the baby in the sling and her, because if she goes for a dog, obviously I've got nowhere to put the baby to run after her and like try and calm her down. So that doesn't work for me. I can't do that. So, you know, I was leaving the baby, you know, maybe with a friend or a cousin to try and walk her. And then I was like trying to go for tea, you know, with fucking Karen at 4 o'clock and meet her at Costa, and then go do the shopping, struggling with the baby. And oh my God, no. Like, in the end, I literally wrote off January. It's cold as well. So, you know, yeah, the baby needs fresh air. We wrap it up. I took her out yesterday, I wrapped her up, and I took her down the seafront. And I live by the sea, and January, February is not the one. It's freezing. The winds like cut you. It's not the one. So what I did, obviously, again, I'll reiterate, I'm not saying stay in your pajamas all day. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if there's one day a week where you just don't want to do anything, like today, I've had a busy week. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. You know, I'm just going to chill in my pajamas and do nothing and catch up on washing or whatever. Maybe not even do that. Maybe just sit on the sofa with my baby all day, playing with her, doing some little eye tracking skills or whatever, something chill. Dog's being fed, being out, she's okay. Baby's all needs being met, that's okay. You know, there's no harm. Self-love. I'm not going to go meet the mums for the feeding group and all that, and go and check Deirdre's all right, and then go and have a coffee with Karen. Fuck off, Karen. You haven't fucking been up all night. You know, in the nicest way. And I'm not saying this at all. Like, other people, you know, I'm sure if you say to them, look, I'm really tired, they will understand. But I just got to the point where I was making all these plans. I think it was December. It was a really busy month. And I was so tired, and a lot of these plans had to cancel because she breastfeeds on demand. So always the way is we were going out the door, going to an appointment or going to meet this stay and play thing or whatever we were doing. She would be like, meh, and want to feed. So then I'd have to come back in and feed her, and then get ready again, and then go to leave again. By that time, the dog needs another wee or whatever it is. And then, you know, at one point I went to see my friend. Sorry, this might go on for more than 10 minutes, this video. So then I went to go see my friend, and she had 10 minutes, she had to go to work. And I was like, do you know? And I was getting so stressed. And in the end, my friend said to me, do you know what? Cancel it. Cancel everything this month. It's too stressful. You're not getting any sleep. She's feeding on demand. It's not working. The dynamics is not. At the moment, I had a 7-week-old newborn, and I was putting so much pressure, and I feel like other people were putting pressure on me. Maybe they didn't mean to at all, but by like inviting me to something, which they just would be nice, but I took it as, oh God, right now I've got to go to that, and then I've got that, but I haven't even had a shower for 2 days. She's not slept. You know, it just got too much. So what I want to communicate, because this is what I wish I'd done for pregnant mums who are about to have newborns, or if you have newborns, maybe you have older kids, so that means you've got to go get up and do a school run in the morning or a nursery run. Then, you know, maybe they have a play group or they have baby ballet or whatever it is, and then you've got a newborn. Like, what I'm saying is it's okay to cancel everything and just say no. Like, other than doctor's appointments, this week I have got out, but the beginning of it's February now, but January, the beginning, middle of January, I didn't do anything. I was like, nope, not doing it. not meeting anyone for coffee. I'm not going to any play dates. I took her for her baby sensory. That's quite important. Now she's 3 months. That's another thing. I went to baby sensory when she was 10 days old because I had like pressure to go. Oh, it's really good. You can go from newborn. They're aware of everything. No, they're not. Maybe they are when they're asleep. I don't know. But she wasn't getting really anything out of it. And I was paying. So I was like, do you know what? Can I cancel it? And like I paid, can I do it next term when she's 3 months? And now she really gets things out of that. She's doing the eye tracking and like she's there and she's like looking at everything, taking everything in. It's really good. So I would say from 3 months, yeah. Newborn, don't even bother. Like it's a waste of money. They don't, you know, again, this is what works for me. That might work for you. Your baby at newborn might love it. So, you know, I'm not saying don't do it. But for me, if I had another baby, I wouldn't, because it just, yeah. And her nap in the morning, so she'd be up in the night. She was a bit nocturnal, as babies are. And then her nap in the morning was like from 9 till 11:30. So for then I had to like wake her up and be up to be at this place at 11:30. And I could have got a chunk of sleep at that time. Although I struggle sleeping in the day sometimes, because I was that tired back then, I could sleep in the morning sometimes. So again, that was taken away from my, like I could have slept, and I'm pushing myself and burning myself out to go and play happy clappy with, you know, and my baby's a newborn, she can't do anything. Like, what? No, don't put the pressure on yourself. That's all I'm saying, girls and men, if you're single dads. Don't do it. If you don't want to do it, and again, I'm going to say again, it is really important, at least once or twice a week, you do get yourself out, because you don't want to isolate yourself. You want to surround yourself with supportive people. You want to keep reaching out and keep those connections, because you don't want to be isolated, because that can lead to postnatal depression. And happy mum, it's a happy baby. You want to keep yourself happy. This video, I just want to reach out to people who have babies to say it's okay. This whole video, all I'm saying is message is it's okay. Friday, be in your pajamas, look after yourself, just your baby, and I've got a dog, and that's it. And don't worry about the housework, which will still be there this evening or tomorrow. Don't worry about Costa with Karen at 4. She can wait. Like, don't worry about, you know, like this week we've done baby sensory, we've done a walk, we've done a coffee, and we've done a lunch date. That's enough. Like, you know, I'm like people pleaser. I want to meet up with people and please everyone, and oh yeah, I haven't seen you for a while, we'll have to do that, and okay, we can come to you. And no, actually, you've just had a baby. Don't be putting yourself out. They can come to you. You know, it's not fair. Also, our car's a bit bugged at the moment, so you know, it's hard to get around. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. I just wanted to, because someone had said this to me, to not worry and not put pressure on yourself, because I had a 10-day-old baby and I had stitches down there, and I'm struggling to get dressed and ready to rush on no sleep to rush through this baby group. Like, it was just too much, and that didn't help my mental health. Again, some of you, you might really love that buzz of it and go into baby group at 10 days old, and that might really work for you women. That might be what you need, and that might be good for your mental health. So again, I don't want to take that away. Oh my goodness. But for me, and like, you know, I know there's other mums it didn't, it just made us more tired, we felt stressed because we had so much pressure. And the food, whenever I went to make food, she would smell the food and cry for the milk. So then I'd have to wait like for my other half to come over, or a friend to come over to have her, so I could make food or make me food. So I wasn't eating all day a lot of the time. So I wasn't eating, wasn't sleeping. And then I had all these like, and emails coming through like, it's really important to come to this group, come to this group. And I think midwives and aunties and uncles and loved ones, I think the advice you need to give, it's fine to give that advice and to like say about these groups and promote these groups and stuff. That's really good, especially for new mums to interact. But I think the wording needs to kind of be, there's a group, if you've slept and if you've had enough sleep and if you're up to it, there's a really good group you can go to. I think the wording, because I think even my midwives, the wording wasn't see, so I've had 16 minutes and now And I think it's very easy for people to say what you should be doing, and oh, I was out in the pram every day, and oh, you should be going to this, make sure you do her eye tracking every day and her tummy time, and make sure you go to this. Very easy for people to say that when they are not the ones getting up in the night, when they don't have babies waking up in the night, when they're sleeping through the night. It's very easy for people to say that because they're not the ones tired. They're not the ones that are getting up in the night. It's all right for them to go and do that every day. They're sleeping through the night. So that's another thing. That's what I mean. It's like you don't get a minute. So this is what I kind of, you need to stop stressing with other things. And yeah, but the midwives kind of wording were like, they wouldn't, I felt, they might have not meant it that way. I felt quite pressurised to do all these things and go to all these groups and meet people. And like, I think what they should have said is, if you're okay, like what advice I would give now is like, there's a thing at like 11 or there's a thing at 1, it might be better because then you can sleep in the morning. If you've slept, if you feel well enough, there's a thing. If you haven't slept, don't push yourself to go. As well, I wouldn't want to get in a car and drive on no sleep. I don't think it's safe. My concentration's worse. So yeah, that's all basically. I'm going to get off now because I've probably bored you to tears, and also my baby's kicking off. But that's what I wanted to reiterate to everyone, that it's not, I'm not saying don't go out, that's not what I'm saying. Oh my God, you would go mad. But I just want to reiterate that fact that I wish someone had said to me, don't worry, don't make yourself go out. If you don't want to go out that day, don't stay in your fucking pyjamas. Like, it's too much, especially with, like, I've got a 3-month-old now. It's still as hard as when she was a newborn, and yeah, if you've slept and you've had a 2-3 hour nap in the morning, then yeah, you feel fresh. Go out, do the baby groups in the afternoon, meet Karen for a Costa. But if you haven't, you don't have to. If you want to, then that's fine. That helps your mental health, then that's amazing. If you don't want to, don't push yourself. What I'm saying is, if you want to stay in your pyjamas all day, that's okay. You've just had a baby, or maybe you've got a baby, or maybe you've got a TEVA or a toddler. So again, sleep regressions, you're up all night. It's okay to say no. Actually, Karen, I haven't slept today. I need to just sleep. And I think other people need to be like, oh, okay, no, you don't worry about that. Don't worry about coming to group today. You just catch up on your sleep. Sleep and eat. That is the most important thing with mums. Make sure you're rested. Make sure you're fed, because otherwise you won't produce enough milk to feed your baby. And happy mum, happy baby. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful and I haven't just rambled on about loads of shit. Like, I feel like, oh God, I've probably bored the nation to tears now. But I just really hope this has helped, because I know, like me, I felt really guilty when I didn't make a group, or when I was late to meet my friend and getting all the baby stuff and her in her thing, and make sure you've got everything, getting her to the car. That's another bloody thing in itself, with all the stuff and the sling and they're in the big puffer baby coat. Like, it is hard. So self-love, don't put pressure on yourself. If you don't want to do anything, don't. Don't feel guilty. It's understandable. You've just had a baby, and yeah, that's what I do now. If I don't want to do something, if I'm tired, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I've had quite nice sleep today, so but again, I've been out all week, so I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get ready and go out and do all this stuff. I just want to chill at home today and have some R&R, because my body just is like I also go to the gym for an hour, so I failed to mention that I do get out. Even when I don't get out in the day, I do go to the gym for an hour every evening, well, 5 times a week, because as some of you know, I'm on a journey to lose weight. And that's, I feel, really important for my mental health as well, especially if I haven't slept. It tires my body out, so that really helps me sleep well that night. But yeah, hope this has been helpful. I've got to go because I've got a crying child. But self-love, ladies, and no pressure. If you're tired, you've had no sleep, don't worry about happy clappy group or meeting Karen at Costa. Basically, do what you want to do, eat, sleep, and just, yeah, self-love. I've been Jennifer. Thank you very much.